We're here ready to do another take and make. We are ready to do our candle kit for this week. So you would have stopped by the library and you would have picked up a wick and you would have got a baggie full of soy wax. I've already got mine in my old container. You're going to want an old container to melt it down in because the wax does get stuck and it makes kind of a mess. So if you don't have like an old measuring cup like I do, you can always use a margarine container or something. And then you're going to need your scent. So that's up to you. If you're an essential oil person, you can use some oils from home. Or if you want to go more of a foodie kind of smell, you can always use vanilla and cinnamon. Just about something that almost all of us have in our houses. So let's get ready to make our candles. All right, guys, let's get candle making. So I've got my wax here, got my wick. I've got a paper towel down on the counter so in case we drop a little bit of wax. I don't want to make a mess. I've got a plastic spoon for stirring. Plastic fork would work good too. Just, you know, less cleanup the better. And let's get cracking. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your container full of wax and you are going to pop it in your microwave. I would start at about a minute and a half, and let it go. Give it a check, stir it up, and then keep melting little by little after that. The first couple times may take a bit before it melts. We are using soy wax here. Soy wax burns a little bit cleaner than paraffin waxes, which is kind of the normal, the regular. So yeah, let's let the microwave do its work and I will see you when it's all melted up. Okay, so while our wax is melting, I have my jar here. I grabbed a glue stick. Sometimes I find it's easier if you put just a little bit of glue on the bottom of your metal wick holder, just because it kind of sticks it in place. You may have to play with your wick a little bit to straighten it out. Sometimes they get a little crookedy. So you take your wick and find your middle. Depending what kind of jar you have, you might be able to get your finger in there. Mine has a little tight top, so it's gonna take a little work. There we go. It is stuck down. Okay guys, so we're back. Our wax is melted all the way through. Just to let you know, all microwaves are different. So I would start off with a minute or two, give it a stir, and then kind of keep watching it as it starts melting. I would say to maybe like bring the time down to 30 seconds at a time and check. So we're all melted here. As you can see, the last candle we made had glitter in it. Now glitter is great, but it will always settle in the bottom of your candle. So I would say maybe hold off on that. Okay, so anyways, our wax is melted. I'm using essential oils. I brought them from home. I've got them in this little container. I like essential oils. I like that they're a little bit stronger. I like the way they smell. I picked a bergamot one because I kind of like the florally citrus. So you're gonna put your oil or whatever you have for like cinnamon, vanilla, whatever your scent is, and pour it into your wax and give it a good mix because you do want it to mix in with your wax as best you can. Alrighty, so I feel like mine is melted in pretty well. So now we're gonna take our prepared jar with our wax glued in and we are going to dump our wax in. So carefully dump your wax in. There we go, okay. Wax is in. Now, it's important to make sure that your wick kind of stays centralized in your candle. So I have just a couple plastic knives. You can use whatever you want. I find that knives work good because you can just set the two of them on top. So you're gonna try and find your center and just use your knives to pinch your wick in. So once we get to this step, walk away. We just gotta wait. So we will come back once our wax is set and we'll take a look at what our finished product is. All right? Okay guys, so as you can see, our candle is all set. It is nice and solid. So last step is trimming our wick. Depending on the size of the candle you made, it will depend on how long it takes for your candle to set. I made a small candle, so it only took about an hour and a half, 2 hours for it to be completely done. So here we are, we have the finished candle and now we can light it up and you can enjoy your beautiful candle, maybe sit down with your favorite book, jump in the bath, have a glass of wine, and enjoy all your hard work. So one last thing about your candle, guys. You have made your candle, it has set, you've trimmed your wick, you're ready to burn. Soy candles, like most candles, they have a wax memory. So when you light your candle for the first time, don't light it for a few minutes and then let it burn just a little bit. And then you've got that kind of waxy ring in the middle and then the rest is hard. You've got to let the whole top burn across, because if you don't, that wax memory is going to kick in and your candle is never going to burn to its full potential. So you'll end up kind of wasting the wax on the side of your candle. I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but I wanted to make sure that you got the most out of your candle because I love candles. I'm kind of obsessed a little bit. So I really hope you enjoy the craft. I hope you get to use it and enjoy it. And we'll see you next week for another take and make.